Fisker ma haladunya, ke marahau. I did debate with the idea of doing this entire video in Gaelic, but I believe that little utterance alone is enough to upset the Southerners. So we are at the end of 2018, and it is Christmas. I am much more of a winter solstice man myself, but nonetheless I decided to make this video just to discuss the happenings of this year and what an interesting year it's been for me especially. Oh yeah. I'm getting hints of poverty. My appeal was rejected at both stages, but there is another little known area of law that we went down and we were actually successful in. So the appeal is actually still on. However, unfortunately, because it's not your standard appeal process, my punishment is still active, which means at any point now the Crown can kick my door in and whisk me off to prison. It's a great way to live. My channel grew an awful lot this year. An awful lot of new subscribers are joining this little kingdom that we've built for ourselves, which is surprising because in the contract it clearly states that by becoming a citizen of the kingdom, I am entitled to all of your land's possessions and your spouse becomes my concubine. You should have read the small print. To just primi noctis. I've spent this year being self-employed, and YouTube is my full-time job. It is a lot of fun working for yourself, and I would say that this is the happiest that I've ever been. It's also the most stressed I've ever been, but it's worth it. It's got to the point where I'm now doing live events around the country, which I have a hell of a lot of fun doing. It's brilliant actually getting your boots on the ground and actually getting to meet you guys and then all going out and getting extremely drunk afterwards. Although it would be really, really nice if I could finally do a date in Scotland, because you Sassenachs keep making me come south of the wall. I joined UKIP because they are the only party with any clout that actually care about freedom of speech. Labour with their Antifa and Stand Up to Racism brown shirts are probably the biggest threat to freedom of speech in the UK. And the Conservatives, well, what are they conserving really? So UKIP seemed to be the best choice for me, and I'm very, very happy being in it. My overall goal is to achieve a codified British constitution that protects people from tyranny, be it from the far left or the far right. And I will continue to try and achieve that goal. Until I'm hung, drawn and quartered. I went to the European Union to educate the boomers on why passing Article 13 was an extremely bad idea. I explained to them all that the population do not want this and it would have a really, really drastic effect in regards to freedom of speech and freedom of expression. And then I learned that the European Union really doesn't give a shit what the population thinks. But they're here for your best interests. We promise. The vote ended up passing with an overwhelming majority, but it did have a good side effect. A lot of people, even Remainers, were really, really angry at the fact that something so horrible and just so rife with censorship could just get streamlined right through the European Parliament. So what Article 13 passing actually did do is bring a hell of a lot more people on side with us. Every cloud. I also launched the Mad Lad series, which has turned out to be extremely popular and everybody loves it. I was making free speech videos all the time and I was just getting depressed because when was the last time I made a video about freedom of speech that contained good news? Really, when was the last time? I was just getting pretty depressed, I was getting pretty blackpilled, I was in a bad way, and then I decided to try and focus on another type of content that I really enjoy, which is Mad Lads, which is handy for breaking up the depression. But I really, really enjoy making it. I'm still completely free speech focused, but the Mad Lad videos kind of help me to not want to kill myself. Drama. Now, what would YouTube be without a bit of shit flinging? Everybody likes drama. Everybody likes making fun of people. Everybody enjoys a good shit show. But when it gets to the point where people get so angry at each other that they actually try and get each other kicked off of the internet, that is when we have a problem. I've tried my best to stay out of it, and I am definitely not going to pick sides. But there's one thing that everybody should bear in mind. Some of the people in this were friends with each other once, and a lot of the people in this agree with each other on an awful lot of points. But they hate each other that much that they will laugh and cheer and clap whenever one or the other gets kicked off the internet or banned from YouTube or has to move to Stream Me. And it's getting to the point where everyone is going to end up getting destroyed. This entire genre of YouTube is going to end up getting completely removed, and all of us are going to get the Alex Jones treatment. We are going to end up destroying each other. And what you all need to ask yourselves is, ultimately, who benefits from that? I'm not saying that we should all sit around the campfire holding hands and singing Kumbaya. All I'm saying is, troll the shit out of each other, shit fling each other, do all of that good stuff that the internet is about. But when it comes to removing someone from the internet, see, when it comes to your own goals, you're probably damaging yourself just as much as you're damaging them. And again, who benefits? It's just something to think about. As for the future, I'm going to keep making Mad Lads, keep making content, until I go to prison. But then I'll get out, keep making content after that, and continue on until my channel's inevitable irrelevancy, where I fade into obscurity, the channel doesn't pay my bills anymore, and then I will go back into private security. Maybe some contracts in the Middle East. They pay well. But until then, let's see how long we can make this party last. But finally, this Christmas, remember to cherish one another. Spend time with your families. Protect freedom of speech. Make love to your woman. Maybe even give her an orgasm. Go on. It's Christmas. And make sure you enjoy yourselves. Because next year is Brexit time. And nobody has any idea how it's going to go. So enjoy what's left of 2018. Because 2019 is going to be a fucking shit show.